Great, let's take a look at this screen called the leaderboard. I want to show you how data moves, and that I'm not doing any magic tricks here. This is very simple. Data flows from Kafka to Rockset. I think most of you know, but just in case, Kafka is very simply an immutable log of data. It stores bytes. It doesn't care what the data is, just zeros and ones effectively. But we need to make sure that those zeros and ones make sense, and that's where Rockset comes in. Our integration turns those zeros and ones into usable JSON in this case. And here's what a sample message looks like. In my case, there is a simple leaderboard Kafka topic, and you can see the configuration here. It's not doing any fancy setup, it's just a plain old Kafka topic. And here is my Rockset connector. We just specify the Kafka topics, and the Rockset connector takes care of the rest. Some folks may be asking, if I have all of this data in Kafka already, why in the world do I want to move it to Rockset to do anything? Why not just do it in Kafka? Well, here's why. I've peppered in some stuff to make a point. This is a very simple query. I'm doing a common table expression with some row number ordering by partition along with some joining and grouping. This query, we're actually going to run that. You know, I'm not doing this in Kafka. I might be able to do some level of aggregations and windowing functions in Kafka, maybe some K-stream metadata materialized into K-tables using Flink for OpenAI integration. But still, I'm probably not doing all this in Kafka no matter how much I butcher it. And that's not what Kafka necessarily was designed and built for. So this is getting some of the background out of the way, if you will. Let's get some data flowing. Let's just send, first I want to show you, this is Rockset, and I want to show you there's a collection here called leaderboard, and I've run a count star, and you can see there are 0 records in this collection. Let's move one message into Confluent, Kafka. You can see there's the message right there, and it is biker ID 93, you know, just some mock data. Let's query this collection again, and you can see there is one record now that is available in Rockset's collection. Let's change that to a select star, and you can see biker ID number 93, and there's the data. So you can see it's very straightforward. Let's increase this to, let's do you know 100,000. We'll pick some weird number like this. We're going to do a total number of messages, and let's do 1,000 messages a second. So we're going to send this data to oh well, we'll do some 5-digit number. I have the user interface preventing that, so we'll do a smaller amount of data. Now watch this right here. Let's change this back to this using the query editor in Rockset, and you can see the numbers starting to grow. 3950, 4788. But look at this too. Let's also show that query that I mentioned before. Look at the leaderboard here. It's updating in real time. This is actually calling the query via our query lambda architecture, and it's showing the data in the leaderboard in a live fashion, and it's refreshing this every 3 seconds. And let's slow that down just a little bit, and you can see where this data is being updated and refreshed on the fly. Again, this is using our query lambda architecture, which just makes it easy to store, run queries, store and run those queries on demand. Okay, enough watching data. That gets kind of boring, I know. Let's move on.